It's 3:30 at the Edge of America, and the Icebox Radio Theater is on the air. Yeah, that's right. It's the Icebox Radio Theater's a weekly program, which is entitled, of course, Live from the Icebox, coming to you through three ways at FM here in International Fall, as well as on our streaming station. Apologize to you listeners that were enjoying the show that we were playing. I honestly didn't check to see what it was. And of course, right here on the good old Facebook Live in semi-video. And if you're watching this, either listening on a podcast or actually watching this on YouTube, well, it's not live, but you can listen live and you participate in all the fun. And that happens normally 3:30 on Sunday afternoon. On this edition of Live from the Icebox, dramatic. So dramatic. We're going to have a classic IBRT episode from our archives, The Ambition Club, starring Rachel Malasig, as well as a little bit of Hollywood history from an OTR series entitled Hollywood Star Playhouse. All this and more on Live from the Icebox. But first, of course, a word from our sponsor.
Hello, I'm Oli.
And I'm Lena.
Come see us at Oli and Lena's Bed and Breakfast in scenic International Falls, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, sure. Don't you know we have the best lutefisk, lefse, and pickled herring on the planet?
The food is good and lumpy.
And so are the beds.
You got the kicking view of the Smokey the Bear right out your bedroom window.
You could throw a rock and hit Canada from here. And if the wind is blowing a nor'easter, you can get a whiff of money.
Which smells like rotten eggs. And speaking of food, this week we are running a Halloween special. Tell them about it, Lena.
That's right, Oli. Dress up as your favorite Scandinavian hero from the Bible and get 5% off your tasty meal.
Some of those guys are pretty scary. Lena was scary last year and didn't even have a costume.
Don't forget the garbage on your way out to the doghouse, Oli.
Whoops. Looks like I'll be sleeping on the couch in the doghouse tonight. Don't you know? Move over, smorgasbord. Woof, 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 dog.
So come on over to Oli and Lena's Bed and Breakfast. This week's lunch special is fruit soup and smoked sucker sack lunch to take out in the boat.
Am I still in the doghouse, Lena?
Oh, Oli, I can't stay mad at you for long. Now get in there and finish those dishes, because Grey's Anatomy is on in 10 minutes.
You betcha, Lena.
Oli and Lena's Bed and Breakfast.
Oh, fun. That was written by a writer named Paul Messier, who was actually played Oli in that skit, and it was from our wonderful, what do you call it? Our wonderful Halloween show from, about 2013. So long ago. Time now to take a look at Icebox Radio headlines, news, information, and whatnot. Let's start with where to go. There it is. Looking for my CRISPR notes. Let's start with the metrics for the week. This is, of course, for the week ending May the 2nd. Twitter followers are at 667. That's the same as last week. Facebook followers, 952. That's up 2 from the week before. And gained quite a few Instagram followers. We were at 323 last week. We're now at 326. Thank you so much. Yeah, I realized I was amiss in checking out all of our patrons on Patreon, and we had quite a jump, I should say. And it had been a while since I'd calculated all of that, so we are currently at 75, which is an improvement over 67 of the last time that I checked things. Members still the same at 47, and thank you to all of our patrons and all of our members. We appreciate you so much. Streaming radio station, unique listeners, listener events, I should say, 633. That is down from 701 last week. These listeners represented 64 countries. That's down from 72, but it doesn't matter much. What does matter is the listener events of 30 seconds or less dropped a whole 10 points. We're down at 80.3. It was 90.6% last week. That just means these are the folks that what do I want to say? These are the folks that only listened for 30 seconds or less and then moved on to something else. top 3 countries by minutes. The Russians, who won last week, disappeared. They are off the top 10 somehow. I don't understand how the internet works. But the top 3 countries were USA, Germany, and Canada returns to the podium. And subscribers on the podcast feed, 45,405. That dropped just a bit from last week when it was 45,768. And we will be back with a look at Skycam 1 as well as the rest of the IBRT news right after this.
The Packaging Corporation of America is a proud sponsor of the Icebox Radio Theater. Boise X9 and Aspen papers are the #1 selling office and recycled papers in the United States. Remember, Boise X9 office paper and Aspen papers are made right here in the borderland at the Packaging Corporation of America Mill in International Falls. America loves Boise brand. Made here, made with pride, made in the USA.
Indeed it is. One of our great 4th of July commercials from years past. So back to that there Icebox Radio Theater news. What all's going on this week? Well, it has been a pretty eventful week, to be honest with you. We did have an open house, the first of our 2 open houses on Saturday. Not a huge turnout, but I'm not surprised. It was actually the first really nice Saturday. This is the first really nice weekend of the spring, in which we had, I think it is, well, you see in a minute, but it's nearly 70 degrees out there today, and it was the same yesterday. And even though it was a Saturday on to boot, so just a couple of new friends that we made, and that's what we like. We like to make new friends. And if you are listening close by and can come to the next open house, we will be holding an open house on Tuesday, this Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. at the public library, and we already, it sounds like the folks that did come out, I want to thank Terry and Emmy for coming out to that event, and they're interested in being part of a regular group that gets together to listen to shows and read scripts and whatnot, a sort of a restart yet again of the Dry Ice Club. So again, if you are in the vicinity, please do come out on Tuesday. We'd love to chat with you. Lance Manley update. We have recorded, of course. I think I mentioned we were going to record last week, and I believe we did. Well, no, I know we did, because I now have kind of the first pass done on those recordings. Ayla and Caleb came into the studio, and Justin Kapla, who was playing Cyrus Amazon, came in from remotely, and I was there as well, playing a new character that we probably won't see very much because he disappeared at the end and might actually be dead. We'll have to see. And let's see, when I can get through these open houses and put out the next issue of Radiogram. I'm the editor of Spurdvac Magazine's Radiogram, and I have a deadline coming up in just a week or so I'll probably have to put some time into that. The next bit is Lance Manley. I am tentatively hoping to be able to drop Lance on the podcast feed on the 21st of this month. Big news leading up to that. I want to let you all know that we've been thinking about for a while now, giving Lance Manley Library Detective his very own podcast feed. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's time. I think that all the Lance Manleys be grouped together. They'll continue to be on the the Laugh Track. That's the one they were on. They were on the Laugh Track podcast. They will continue to be there. However, Lance really deserves his own, and this will be a great way for us to introduce this new episode, which is entitled Lance Manley in the Case of the Suspicious Spy. But it's going to be a place for all Lance all the time. You can go and check out Lance Manley on his own podcast, which probably I'll be dropping one episode a day leading up to the big drop on the 21st. That's tentative. That's in pencil. Don't be too serious about that. But if there's nothing else to do, I pretty much make deadlines. It's just a thing that I worry about a lot. The Frozen Frights podcast got an addition this week. I know our podcasting lineup, or our podcasting universe here at IBRT is pretty complicated and, shall we say, just convoluted, because there's so many different shows, and sometimes we're double posting, and that is definitely what we're doing this time with Roadkill. Roadkill has been up on the IBRT Plays podcast. That's just the general podcast. But hey, Frozen Frights has a whole lot of subscribers, and we should practice. It's our most popular podcast, and we should probably continue to update that. So Roadkill's now available on Frozen Frights. And as far as the next big project for the Icebox Radio Theater, that's going to be a Winter Warlock episode, and I have asked Justin if he would possibly be interested in helping me out with that. And he was agreeable, but very, very busy. He's moved to Grand Rapids, and he is now a mail carrier, a postal worker. And, those guys just don't have a whole lot of time. So I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks we can begin to get things nailed down. I think Dalton Johnson would be good in this one as well. It's entitled SSUSA, and it's kind of a science fiction fantasy horror story set on some of the news events that took place in Minneapolis this past year. Okay, I promised a look at Skycam 1. So for those of you on video here on Facebook video, or in the past tense, if you're watching this on YouTube, you get a chance to see the beautiful weather outside. That's right. That's green grass in front of my house. I will here, for those of you listening in and without a picture, I will describe it for you. There is green grass outside. There are no leaves on the trees yet. We're not there yet. And we might not be there for a while, because I know the weather forecast here in International Falls does call for a decrease in temperatures over the next couple of days, talking lows lows in the 20s, and then highs in the mid 40s. If it seems like, if you're a fan of Skycam 1, you might notice, boy, there's a lot more cars than normal. This is a special weekend here in International Falls. This is Dance Recital Weekend. Dancing with Darcy is a program at the Bacchus Community Center just across the street, and she runs dance classes all winter, and then in May has a big show. A big show. It's the last. That auditorium holds 1,100 people, and that's the closest they get to full ever. Kind of becomes, the dance studio sort of requires parents to buy tickets. So the big show is happening as we speak, I believe. It started at 2. It should be just about wrapping up. And so I'll just say thanks, Darcy, for all you do here. It is a wonderful tradition, and one of these days I'm just going to go to it, even though I don't have a daughter in dance. That's a pretty good segue to talk about my daughter, who is, of course, Rachel Malasig. Used to be the Hollywood correspondent in exile, but she's not in exile anymore. She's living and working in Los Angeles, California, in the entertainment industry. We're very, very proud of her. And I was very proud of her in 2011 when she performed probably my favorite dramatic show one of them anyway, that we ever did here at the Icebox Radio Theater. And that is entitled The Ambition Club. So what was the Ambition Club about? It was a kind of inspired by Rachel herself. I'll tell you that. I wrote this. And Rachel was, of course, a very motivated person. She had her mother's motivation, and that's good because I get some things done, but nothing like Diane. And Rachel just worked very hard getting scholarships. She had a dream. She had a plan all laid out. She was going to go to Biola University in LA and get a cinema degree. She did all of those things. It was kind of terrifying there for a bit because it's private school, and Diane and I weren't sure can we cover expenses of all this. But there's plenty of scholarships to apply for, and I think Rachel went after almost all of them, and that inspired this play. Now, I will say before we start, Rachel is not exactly like the character in this play. She is somewhat like the character in this play, in that both of them are very, very intense, just not this intense. I don't know. I am very, very proud of the Ambition Club, and I hope you enjoy it as well on this dramatic day here on Live from the Icebox. So without further ado, here is Rachel Malasig, then Rachel Adams, myself, and Tom Bement, and Justin Kapla in the I can't forget Vicky and Vicky Olson in the Ambition Club.
Funny how people always talk about a small town, how friendly it is, how everyone knows each other. Sometimes even complain about it, everyone's nose in everyone else's business. Oh, but mostly it's positive, even blindly positive. Thing is, even people in a small town don't know much about each other. Take my uncle, Walt.
Oh, Denise, can I get a refill here, please?
My uncle, my own flesh and blood, and I know next to nothing about him. Oh, he worked at the mill 30 years. He's married to Aunt Jane until she passed 2 years ago. Oh, but you could find out stuff like that by asking around. I don't really know the man.
You complain too much.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
I don't really know the other man there neither. That's Pete, my nephew. Just turned 20, got his GED. Well, he doesn't really seem to want to do anything with himself. Anything but sit around the busy bee with Walt and me and drink coffee.
When did you bake those scones, Denise?
This morning. You want one?
Cranberry?
Oh, fresh out.
It's weird. I sit all day with these two codgers, my own family, and I don't know nothing about them. No, but Denise there.
Here you go, hon.
Waitress, part owner of this place. I know a lot about her. Single mom, native to town.
You know, if you three spent half as much time picking up litter as you did complaining, we'd have the cleanest streets in the Midwest.
Perceptive. Yeah, I know a lot about her. Just goes to show. You know what you know and you don't know what you don't. Doesn't matter how smart you are or how dumb. That probably explains why a certain thing happened recently. Certain thing that I think I'll remember my whole life.
How about that refill?
Hold your horses. I'm brewing a fresh pot.
It was a Thursday afternoon in March. The snow had just started to melt for real, and that put Pete onto a scheme. It didn't take much to put Pete onto a scheme.
So what do you think, Uncle Walt?
I think it's a harebrained idea.
Why? Just because nobody's ever done it before?
That's why it's never been done before. It's harebrained.
What you got going on, Pete?
Oh, hi, Denise. Could I get a little, top?
Sure. So, what's your idea?
What? Oh, it's nothing. Nothing.
Oh, don't get so tongue-tied around her.
Walt, just...
Well, he talked my ear off about it. Oh, get this, Denise. Petey here wants to be the plow dispatcher.
The what?
The plow dispatcher. He thinks the men in town who have snow plows pay him a percentage to organize them. He gets to sit indoors in the phone. They do all the work.
It's a natural. Look, right now the plows work every man for himself, right? The snow falls, they go driving around bothering people at 5 in the morning, seeing if they want their driveways plowed. What if people could just call one number, I call the plow guy, and it's done?
You know most of the businesses contract with guys in the fall, right?
They do?
Well, sure. Plow guys have their list of parking lots before the first flake even falls.
What about driveways?
Well, most people shovel. Thought you to know that. You shoveled my drive enough.
He didn't want to know it. He was too busy coming up with some lazy job for himself. Kid thinks it's better to invent a job than just go and get one.
Get one where?
Oh, here we go.
Mill's hiring, or they will be soon.
Well, it's not like when you worked there, Uncle Walt. They don't need hundreds of guys to push the wood pulp around. They got robots now. You practically got to be an engineer to work there.
So, go get some training. You're young enough.
Lay off, Walt.
Oh, you're one to talk. Mill's hired a dozen times in the past few years. You don't even go down and apply.
I don't know if my schedule will allow it, that's all.
Oh, your schedule.
Well, you want me to panel that room. Mrs. Kaminsky wants me to fix her garage roof. I got a set of cabinets I'm supposed to be working on for the pastor.
Oh, always an excuse to avoid a real job.
Oh, you three are a picture.
What's that supposed to mean?
Sitting here all day complaining about the world.
We're not here all day.
And you even know it. That's the funny part. You gave yourself a name and everything.
What? You mean the Ambition Club? Oh, that was just a joke.
Some joke. You had T-shirts printed.
Well, Bucky down at the shop offered to do it for cost.
Yeah, because he thought it was funny.
What are you trying to say, Denise?
Nothing. Refill, Walt?
Ambition Club. That's funny that you don't have enough ambition to fill a thimble.
Now see here.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, sweetie. What can I do for you?
I understand the Ambition Club meets here.
Come again?
I should explain. My name is Linnea McAllister Smith. Here's my card.
You have cards.
Oh, they're just done on a laser printer. I can't afford to have real ones printed up. Yet.
How old are you, hon?
16, ma'am. Oh, do you prefer Miss? I don't mean to offend.
Why don't you just call me Denise?
Ah, my favorite cat's name is Denise. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I love cats.
I get a little wound up sometimes. Wound tight, my mom says.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, I'm interested in the Ambition Club. I want to put in a scholarship application.
A what?
A scholarship application for the Ambition Club scholarship.
You gonna jump in here, guys?
You looking at us?
You have to be hearing this.
Did I get the wrong coffee shop?
No, honey, you didn't. This is where the Ambition Club meets.
What'd she say?
I said this is where the Ambition Club meets, Walt. That's right, isn't it?
Denise.
You
I
got
ju-
lucky, hon. You walked right in on a meeting.
I did? Where?
Right here. The executive board of the Ambition Club is right there in that booth.
Oh, that's awesome. It's so lucky to find you here.
Oh, lucky.
Hello, my name is Linnea McAllister Smith. Here's my card.
Howdy.
I'm a senior at Icebox High, and I'm here about the Ambition Club scholarship.
The what now?
Quiet, Walt. You say you're a senior, honey.
Yes, sir. I was homeschooled for the first 9 grades, then I went to IHS for the rest. I'm going to graduate at 16.
Wow, that's something. Weren't you 20 when you got your GED, PD?
Anyway, I'm applying for as many scholarships as I can since, well, I need the money for college. And a friend at school told me about the Ambition Club.
That's so.
Yes, sir. And as it's already March, I thought I'd expedite matters and come find you fine gentlemen for an application.
Honey, do you remember which friend it was told you we had a scholarship?
It was Brett Bradley.
Brett Bradley. I think that's Donnie's boy, ain't it?
If he's anything like Donnie, he'd pull something like this without blinking. Tell me something, honey.
Yes, sir.
Is this Brent kid known for pulling your leg?
Sir?
Playing pranks, stuff like that?
I really don't know. I don't actually talk to the other kids at school much. I'm there to learn.
Of course you are, hon. I'm afraid that boy was having a little joke, though.
I don't understand.
Well, we're what you call the Ambition Club, but we don't give scholarships.
They don't do anything but sit and waste oxygen.
You still here?
So I think that boy was just playing a joke.
Oh. The name is ironical.
Yeah, that's right.
What? It's what now?
I'm really sorry. I didn't know.
No, that's all right. I wish you real well and a lot of luck on that scholarship search.
Yeah.
So it was a joke? I'm really sorry, gentlemen. I regularly misunderstand when people are joking. I didn't mean to bother you.
Oh, no, honey, there's no reason to cry. Simmer down.
I'm not crying. I'm not. I have to go. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for your time.
What is wrong with you three?
What? What did we do?
You made that little girl cry, you big gorilla.
Hey, no call to insult me, Denise.
Yeah, he can't help it if he looks like a gorilla.
Making jokes, that's fine. You three really make me sick sometimes.
Oh, what are you on about now?
Oh, do I have to spell it out, Walt? A little girl comes in asking for help and you send her away crying.
Well, that ain't fair. What could we do?
You could let her down a little easier. Couldn't you see how it was for her? I don't talk to the other kids much, she says. All serious with business cards and everything. I bet you I know who that was. I bet that's Einer Smith's little girl.
What? No.
Why not?
Oh, Einer didn't even have electricity till 85, practically a mountain man.
And he had a little girl be just about that one's age. Besides, look at her card. There's an address out on River Road. That's where Smiths live, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what the card says.
Ah, could a queer family like that push out a daughter like her? She could be a lawyer or something.
Well, Einer's second wife was smart as a whip.
Well, she was a McAllister, now that I think of it. A lot younger than Einer.
How would you know?
Had a crush on her in school. Heather McAllister. Oh, she didn't want anything to do with any of us. She was headed out of town as fast as she could go.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. She headed to the cities for college. Then a couple of years later, I heard she and Einer had hooked up.
Well, I hope you're proud of yourselves.
What do you mean by that?
Not only did you make her cry, but it sounds like she really needs a scholarship.
Well, what are we supposed to do about it?
Well, we could get her one.
What?
Well, we could get her a scholarship. How hard could it be?
You don't even know what you're talking about.
I mean, why couldn't we? Denise, how much are scholarships?
Oh, there's all kinds. Some $500, some full ride.
Oh, it's 500, huh?
Bit more than you thought, huh?
Well, I didn't know.
Oh, talk sense. Little girl made a mistake. That's all there is
Oh,
to
she
it.
sure did make a mistake. Asking you three for help, that's ridiculous.
That's it. I'm doing it.
What?
I'm doing it. I'm going to raise $500 for that girl.
Why?
Why not? She needs it, doesn't she?
Oh, fine. You do whatever you want.
And I'm going to use the name of the Ambition Club.
Pete, think about this.
What? What's wrong with using the name? We're a club, aren't we?
Do whatever you want. It's just a name on a T-shirt anyway.
I'm going to do it. Right now. I'm going to raise $500 for that girl.
$4.94, Pete.
Oh, right. Could you spot me, Snowy?
Sure thing.
Thanks. We'll do this. You wait and see.
Boy is always flying off halfway on things.
Yeah. Hello, Walt.
Unbelievable.
Sure is.
March. Yeah, we're supposed to be done with this.
Oh, come on, Walt. March is the snowiest month. We all know that.
It ain't Christmas. We're supposed to be done. You see what it's like out there?
Of course.
Oh, 6 inches more on the way. I tell you, this is the year. As soon as I get 2 nickels to rub together, I'm heading to Texas. I've had enough.
Hallelujah.
Oh, don't you think I won't?
Well, that's one sure sign of spring, isn't it, Snowy?
Yep.
Yeah. When Walt says he's going to Texas, we know the crocuses will be blooming soon.
Got a sister in San Antonio, you know.
Oh, Walt, take it easy. Aunt Ruth can't stand you.
I'm going.
Of course you are. Nobody said you weren't.
Hi.
Howdy, Pete. Another cup here, Denise.
Wait your turn.
Guys, you won't believe it. Look at this.
What's rolling around your skull, boy? Those coins are falling off the table.
Can you believe it? It's over $100.
What's it all about, Petey?
It's the scholarship.
The what?
The Ambition Club scholarship. Well, not the whole thing, of course.
Talk sense.
I said I was putting together a scholarship for the little girl, and I'm as good as my word. Look.
Looks like Denise's tip jar.
I wish.
But it's a start, and it's only the first day. I've been asking everyone in town, and people really seem to like the idea. The Ambition Club scholarship.
Yeah, did they like it, or did they seem to kind of laugh about it?
Some of both. Okay, mostly they just laughed.
Knew it.
But they still put cash in.
You've been going all around town to make fools of us, haven't you?
Now, Walt.
Well, he is. Look, he even got one of the shirts on.
Oh, yeah. Donnie Butler offered me $10 for it, but I told him no sale. I'm holding out for 20.
There you go. Donnie Butler wants something. You know it's a joke.
But this money ain't. Snowy, you see this, right?
See what?
What I'm trying to do.
Oh, yeah. Very commendable, Pete. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
So, here's $1.
Okay.
What?
$1? Don't you think you ought to put in a little more on that, Snowy? You are one of the club's founding members, after all.
One of the founding... Are you feeling all right?
What? You can't see what it is.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Petey's got his head turned around by some little birdie again.
What?
Oh, now, come on. Walt, girl's only 16.
And Pete's only 21. Oh, don't act so shocked.
Do you think I'd... Are you thinking that... She's just a kid, Uncle Walt.
Oh, quit pretending, Petey. Why would you give a scholarship to someone when you ain't even been to college yourself?
Maybe that's why I want to give her a scholarship.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Snowy, would you help me get this cash back in the bag?
Of course.
Well, no, don't get all gloomy. There's no shame in it.
She's just a kid, Uncle Walt.
I knew plenty of girls used to get married at 16.
Well, this one's going to college, remember? And I'm going to help her if it's the last thing I do.
Oh, Petey.
See you, Uncle Snowy.
He called you uncle.
So?
He never calls you uncle. He calls me uncle.
I am his uncle. You're his great uncle once removed or something.
That's not the point. You're just Snowy. I'm Uncle Walt. That's the way it is. What?
Don't you think what you said was just a little out of turn?
Oh, he'll get over it.
I don't know. Seems awful serious about this.
Remember when he was 5 and he wanted to be Batman? He was awful serious about that, too.
Well, this is different.
Jumped off the roof and everything.
Just don't think you needed to say those things is all.
He's got to grow up sometime. If I don't push him, who will?
Oh, so this is about Pete.
Oh, of course it is.
Uh-huh.
What?
Nothing.
No, what?
Why does it have to be anything?
You got that look in your eye, that look you get when you think you know something the rest of us don't.
Oh, drink your coffee, Uncle Walt.
Smart aleck, that's all you are.
Who, me?
Of course you.
Was I ever disrespectful to you for even 5 minutes?
Oh, you are now. Look, it's about time you just admit to yourself that you're no better than the rest of us. Just a kid from the swamp, so you never had the smarts to get on in the mill, get yourself a wife, bouncing from place to place like a bum.
I have moved 2 times since I was 20.
Yeah, little bachelor apartments. Embarrassing. Glad you're mine around to see it.
What is wrong with you today?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, okay. He ain't sweet on that girl, you know.
Yeah, what would you know about it?
I can just tell he ain't sweet on her. There's something different about this.
Petey is flying off half-cocked again. There's nothing different about that.
That boy had $100 in quarters.
So
you ever seen him with $100 didn't end up in the liquor store in 10 minutes? This is different.
It's not too late for it to end up at the liquor store.
You just don't want it to be different.
What?
You don't want it to be different. Pete does something for someone. That's different. That's a change, which you don't like. You'd like us to just sit here with you till you keel over.
No, door's right there. You're welcome to use it.
I ought to leave you sitting right there stewing in your own juice.
Then go.
Why can't you just let Pete do this one little thing?
Door's right there.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Nonsense.
How would you know about it? Independent contractor. Ha!
What do you know
Oh,
about
30 years I put in at that mill. 30 years of the grime and the smell that used to hang over the whole town. Paying union dues, all the rest of it. 30 years I put in, and now I'm entitled to do whatever I want.
So you sit here and drink coffee all day.
I will if I want, yes.
And Pete's here to do what? Make you feel all smug about yourself?
I don't have any idea what Pete is doing here. He asked me the boy's just a waste of oxygen.
It's a hell of a way to talk about your own flesh and blood. And it's not even original. Denise said the same thing last week.
Denise! Refill, Denise? Denise? Denise?
Wait your turn. I gotta rush on.
Ah, but I've been waiting 5 minutes.
Here, I'll get it.
Oh, you shouldn't go behind the counter. It's not your job.
This ain't a union shop, Walt.
That doesn't matter.
Denise, you mind if I hand out some refills?
Oh, you're a godsend.
There you go.
Doesn't make it right.
Hello, sir?
Oh yeah. Hello.
Well, hello, honey. Hi, welcome back.
I'm here to apologize.
No, I won't hear that. Here, let me get you something.
No, I need to apologize.
No. Hey, how about a milkshake?
No, I don't. Actually, that does sound good.
Chocolate?
Vanilla?
Of course. Hey, Denise.
In a minute.
It'll be a bed.
It doesn't matter. I'm here to apologize.
No.
Please, I feel it's very important to maintain civil relations with important persons like yourselves. I would like to express my regret for my outburst yesterday.
Oh, better give it up, Snowy. She's gonna be a lawyer for sure.
I behaved like a child, and I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
You're very kind. I guess that's it. But thank you for your time.
Say, Linnea, there was a milkshake on the way.
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
I should say not. What do you weigh, girl? 25 pounds?
Oh, no, no.
So, how's the scholarship search going?
Pretty well.
You know, my senior year, there was a girl just exactly like you.
Really?
Uh-huh. You might even know her. Heather McAllister?
Oh,
Yeah. We were speculating the other day that she was your mom.
yes. Yes, she is.
Yeah. You know, when your mom and I were in school together, she won all the scholarships. I remember we had the assembly to hand them out. They finally just gave her a chair right there on the stage. I think she won them all. Hey, where'd your mom end up going to school?
Hamlin in the city.
That's right, Hamlin. I couldn't remember before. Doesn't surprise me at all that you're Heather McAllister's little girl. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Yes. I was very inspired by her.
Yeah. Hey, how is she, by the way?
She died.
Oh, gosh, honey, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I didn't know. I just...
No, it's fine. She never left the farm much the last few years, so I'm not surprised no one in town knew. When that happened, I found a box with all her school things. All those scholarships you remember. She saved the certificate for each one, and her speech ribbons and National Honor Society and everything. All of it in one little cardboard box. You want to ask me, don't you?
I was just wondering what happened to that milkshake.
She was beautiful. She was intelligent. She was intensely motivated. She got out of town to go to college, and yet she ended up back here on the farm.
Honey, you don't have to say a word to me. Not one word.
I understand, Mr. What's your name?
Everyone calls me Snowy.
She came back spring break of her first year. She was already beginning to show by then. Grandmother and Grandfather McAllister were very strict about things like that. She was forbidden to go back to college. They wanted her to correct the situation. My mother refused, and they tossed her out. She always told me that Einar Smith was the first person in town that said a kind word to her.
I'm sorry, Linnea. I didn't know.
It's all right. She always said she got one good thing out of the whole thing anyway.
You said you were 16?
Yes.
So that was you.
Yeah. The cause of all the trouble.
So Einar ain't your pa.
Stepfather. Papa's always been very kind and decent to us. I have no complaints, none at all. It's just there isn't a lot of money for tuition and things.
So you're on your own for that.
Yes, sir.
A bit past sir, ain't we?
Yes, Snowy.
And you want to get enough money, let me guess. Go down to Hamlin?
Or McAllister or Concordia or Bethel. Even the U would be all right, just as long as I'm...
Out.
Yes.
You hoping maybe to find him?
Find who? Oh, no. Mother told me he wasn't worth it. Just a boy she met at a party. He was nobody.
Except maybe to you.
Studies show the father-daughter relationship is one of the most important formative factors in a young girl's life. It's natural I'd be curious, as I am somewhat lacking.
Lacking?
Perhaps it's not the right word.
No, it certainly isn't. Walt, you see anything lacking in this girl?
You kidding? She's already the smartest person in the room.
Amen.
Of course, that's not saying much.
Double amen.
You just hang on, Linnea. Sometimes this town works better as a launch pad than a homestead. You'll go far.
I just hope I can do as well as she did.
Or maybe a little better.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Howdy, Pete. Say, the bag looks full.
This is embarrassing.
I bet you say that a lot, don't you, boy?
No, I mean, hello there.
Good afternoon.
Didn't expect to see you here. Not until I had enough, anyway.
I don't understand.
Pete, why don't you put that bag up on the table before you strain yourself?
Yeah, Strain is right. It's probably so close to work that it confused him.
Wow.
Pretty stuff there, Petey.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you speaking to me?
Yeah, this is for you.
What is it?
$380, give or take.
It's for me?
It's the first ever Ambition Club scholarship, and it's all yours.
But you said you didn't give out scholarships.
Well, then call this something else. I couldn't get it up to the full 500 anyways, so call it a present or something.
Here you go.
What was that?
Check for 200. You made your 5.
Well, this isn't necessary. I think it would be best if I just...
Linnea,
Yes, sir? Snowy, I mean.
Walt just put in $200. If you don't take that money now, he'll never put in $1 for anything ever again.
Well, that's a little harsh.
And besides, we'd be honored if you'd consider this small contribution to your education as our gift to you.
Shouldn't I fill out an application or something?
I told you, she's a lawyer for sure.
You already did, hon. You already did. This has been The Ambition Club, written and directed by Jeffrey Adams. Your cast this evening featured Justin Kapla as Pete, Jeffrey Adams as Snowy, Victoria Olson as Denise, Tom Bement as Walt, and Rachel Adams as Linnea. Sound effects were created and performed by Dave Irwin. Post-production by Jeff Adams. This program copyright 2011 by the Icebox Radio Theater, all rights reserved. On the web at iceboxradio.org. Yes, indeed. From 2011, that was the Ambition Club from the Icebox Radio Theater, one of my favorite dramatic stories, although there was plenty of laughs in there as well. If you have a comment or something you'd like to mention about that show, Icebox Radio 51
@gmail.com, of course, is the email address. We'll be back with Old Time Radio right after this.
The Coffee Landing Cafe, an International Falls institution right there at 444 3rd Street, is a small-town cafe and a big city espresso bar. Whether you're passing through town on your way to the lake or settling in for a long chat, Coffee Landing has a comfortable, warm atmosphere to make your day bright. There's a full menu with breakfast served all day. The kitchen does close at 3 p.m. though. Daily specials and a menu of locally roasted coffee and tea, both hot and on ice, to fit any palate. And the bakery. Why, just this week, the bakers of Coffee Landing featured blueberry streusel muffins, peanut butter lovers cookies, and cotton candy cookies. And there's something different in the baker's case every day. Yes, there's always a reason to make your first stop the Coffee Landing, 444 3rd Street in the Falls.
We climbed up some mountains, slid down some hills, had silly adventures and chased some windmills. We lived our lives like a grand holiday, never thought about fate or that you'd go away. Now I sit here alone, facing my biggest fears, with a bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears, with a bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears. We paddled uphill and we floated downstream, built a home and a life and ate too much ice cream. We dared to dream big and we loved through it all, never thinking that one day our castle would fall. My hand reaches out, but your face disappears. Just a bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears. Just a bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears. We rode through some storms and the sun would shine through. Our love and devotion were always so true. We had a love story that just never quit. All the hell and the happy, so worth it. All the hell and the happy, so worth it. I let out a cry, hoping nobody hears. Just a bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears. Just a bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears. We took some heat and we drove through some cold. Raised the kids right, yeah, we took on the gold. We never looked back, only forged on ahead. I remember I love you were the last words you said. Now I sit here alone, thinking back through the years, with my bowl full of sorrow and my cup full of tears, with my bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears. Now I dig through a box, through of old souvenirs, and I sit here alone with a bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears, with a bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears, with a bowl full of sorrow and a cup full of tears.
That is Judith Nelson, our local songwriter, along with Slewgrass, her band, the Family Bluegrass Band from Birchdale, Minnesota, just up the road. And they are on Spotify now. So you want to look up Slewgrass. That's SLOUGHGRASS. Time now to take a look at, or to switch over to old time radio here on the on live from the Icebox program. You know, it's actually kind of hard finding just a straight up drama program to choose from to pair with the Ambition Club. Most drama on old time radio was categorized somehow as a horror story or a mystery story or something like that, you know, like The Shadow or Suspense. And finding just a dramatic program that fit into our time slot was a bit of a challenge. There was plenty of Lux Radio theaters that would have fit the bill, but that was an hour-long program, which meant without the commercials, be about 48 minutes. And you know, I really appreciate everyone listening, but I don't want to subject you to my presence too much here on the internet airwaves until I discovered a program called Hollywood Star Playhouse. It was a dramatic anthology series that actually appeared on all three networks, CBS, ABC, and NBC, during a relatively short run. July 16th, 1951 was the first episode, and it ran till February 15th, 1953, as I say, across three different networks. And their sort of their gimmick for these dramatic shows is they would go find a Hollywood movie star to come be in one of their programs. And they had at one point, gosh, let's see, Jimmy Stewart, Deborah Kerr, Victor Mature, Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, Charlton Heston, Betty Lou Gerson. Sorry. For Betty Lou's family, if you're listening, I do apologize. And I looked high and low for the play that featured Marilyn Monroe, but apparently no recording exists. It was a play entitled Statement in Full, and Statement in Full was done twice on Hollywood Star Playhouse. The first time by Joan Crawford and the second time by Marilyn Monroe. And if someone knows of a recording of the Marilyn Monroe episode, I would love to hear it. But what we have today is Statement in Full featuring Joan Crawford. Joan, of course, that's Mommy Dearest herself, had a horrible time with radio. She had crippling mic fright, early on in her career, meaning it's kind of like stage fright, only it terrified her to go on microphone. Something about being on the air where the audience could not see her face, could not see her motions. She just felt like, she felt like half an actor, basically. And it did cause problems, although later on in her career, it did improve quite a bit until we get to, I think this was a show from 1952, Statement in Full. And she does a wonderful job here, partially because I believe Hollywood Star Playhouse was not live. It was what they called transcribed back in those days. Now that wasn't quite like putting a movie together or like what we do here at the Icebox Radio Theater with our studio shows. A transcribed program was rehearsed and performed all at once because their recording methods didn't allow for very much editing, even in 1953, although we might have magnetic tape by that point, cassette tape. But when it was just a transcription disc, well, you started the recorder and then you played the play just like it was going out over the air. And if someone made a mistake or something collapsed, well, you had to go back, get a new disc, and start over from the beginning. But that helped Joan quite a bit with her mic fright. Just not knowing that millions of people were listening to her act seemed to help quite a bit. And I thought Statement in Full was an excellent play. I still want to find the Marilyn Monroe version because apparently Marilyn did not do radio. This was like her only dramatic role on radio. But Joan Crawford is a very good dramatic actress, and I think we're going to enjoy her now. So here is the Hollywood Star Playhouse with Statement in Full, starring Joan Crawford.
Now, Miss Joan Crawford on the Bromo Seltzer Hollywood Star Playhouse. Bromo Seltzer presents Hollywood Star Playhouse. Tales of suspense, thrills, adventure by Hollywood's finest writers with Hollywood's top stars. This program is transcribed and is brought to you by Bromo Seltzer, the fast, effective headache help which reminds you to... Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Herbert Rawlinson. Welcome to the Bromo Seltzer Hollywood Star Playhouse. If you could get away with murder, would you? Or is there something higher than man-made laws which would hold you back? Something called conscience? Consider this well as Miss Joan Crawford creates for you the poignant role of June Cordell in Statement in Full.
I had never in my life so much as touched a gun before that night at Lookout Point. But killing is the easiest thing there is. All you have to do is pull the little trigger, and it's done. Never to be undone. I suppose it was altogether fitting that it should have happened at Lookout Point. It was there, with the lights of the city so far below and the lights of the universe so close above, that Bob had first taken me into his arms and said he loved me. How long ago was that? Too long.
Place is completely deserted tonight. Got it all to ourselves, Joni girl.
You know why? Those holdups. There've been so many up here lately.
Yeah, and for every Lover's Lane holdup that's reported to the police and the papers, bet there are at least 2, 3 that never get mentioned. 'Cause why? 'Cause the parties involved just can't afford to have their names come out.
Oh, let's not stay, Bob. I know you wouldn't have risked coming up here if you hadn't had a few drinks.
Of course we'll stay. Nothing pleases me more right now than to have someone try to pull a stick up. Just happens that inside that glove compartment, there's a revolver.
Oh, Bob, you...
Forget it. You know, Junie girl, you're looking extra special tonight.
I thought you hadn't even noticed my new outfit. I can remember when you always noticed every little thing right away.
Seems to me you've been doing an awful lot of remembering lately. Well, how about remembering that this is Lover's Lane?
Oh, please, Bob.
Hmm?
Well, there's something I've been wanting to say for quite a while now. You always seem to head me off, but not tonight.
Look, June, I got another letter from her yesterday. She still refuses to give me a divorce. But I'm sure if you'll just be patient a while longer...
No.
What do you mean, no?
Bob, I've made up my mind. I'm going to her myself.
June...
I'm sure that after I've talked to her as one woman to another, well, I'm sure she won't stand in our way any longer.
Now, listen, June.
No, Bob.
So you've made up your mind?
Oh, darling, I'm sure it'll work. Please don't be angry with me. I'm getting next week off, and I'll fly to Hartford. You did say she lives in Hartford.
Did I? Well, she doesn't.
Well, then where does she?
Junie girl, she doesn't. End of sentence, end of paragraph, end of romance.
Bob.
Yeah. Finally, it sinks in.
There is no wife?
The oldest gag in the world, and you fell for it.
No wife.
Yeah, and you'd have kept right on falling for it if I had really wanted you to, but it wasn't worth the bother anymore. Not that it wasn't nice knowing you, Junie girl. Awful nice.
Was it? Was it?
Stay away from that glove compartment, you little
can't
fool.
do that to me.
All right, so you're
No.
mad enough to want to kill
No.
me. Trying to do it is
No.
another thing.
Give me
Let
that.
go of that gun. Let go.
No. I didn't.
You sure did.
He lay slumped over, his head on my shoulder. For a long time, I just sat there, unable to move, unable to think. sat there with that head on my shoulder. Yes, even without looking at him, I knew he was dead. This man without a wife in Hartford or anywhere else. Dead. Eternally dead. Well, there's nothing to do about it now. Sooner or later, someone was bound to come and they'd call the police. And police? But there was nothing I could do about it now. Or was there? Funny how all of a sudden I knew what I had to do. As if I'd been thinking of it all the time. I had to scuff up the gravel beside the door on the driver's side of the car as if there'd been a struggle with someone. And I had to get rid of the gun. The reservoir was as good a place as any. And above all, I had to go on living as innocently as if I had never pulled the trigger.
Yeah?
Officer, is this the place to report?
Louie, get the matron. The woman here looks like she's...
No, I'm all right.
Yeah?
I was up at Lookout Point with my fiancé, and a man tried to hold us up. Bob tried to grab his gun.
More people get killed that way. Where?
Outside in the car.
Matron! Where is that matron?
Sorry to disturb you, Miss Cordell.
Yes, who?
Inspector Price, homicide.
Oh.
I've got to ask you a few questions.
Of course. Sit down, Inspector. What time is it?
The night after. That's why I couldn't wait any longer.
I understand. Please feel free to ask me anything.
Thank you. What we need, first of all, is a description of the killer. As full a description as... What's the matter?
I'm afraid I can't be very helpful. I mean, it was over so fast, and the way it
You
happened...
must have some idea of what the killer looked like.
Well,
Tall, short, fat, slim, light,
He
dark.
was medium height and build, and dark. There wasn't much of a moon, you see, and when he came around to the other side of the car, Bob's side, he said something like, "This is a stick-up. Don't try any tricks. You, mister, get out." It was something like that.
What kind of voice?
Well, it was rather low.
Low register or low volume? Did he speak with an accent or maybe a drawl?
Well,
Or
I
maybe-
can't be sure.
But you must be sure of something.
Oh, what do you want me to do? Make up a description? Don't you think I'm as anxious as you are to see the man who killed Bob? But it wouldn't help any to describe the wrong man.
No, it wouldn't. Well, maybe it'll come to you later.
Yes. If it does, I'll call you right away.
Thanks. Oh, Miss Cordell.
Yes.
Curious thing about the bullet that killed Bob Morgan.
Curious?
Happens to be a .32-20.
I'm afraid that doesn't mean a thing to me.
Don't run into many .32-20s, which makes it that much more curious that Bob Morgan should own one.
Bob had a gun. He never mentioned it to me.
Then you wouldn't know.
Know what?
Why we can't find Morgan's revolver.
Oh, maybe he got rid of it a long time ago.
Miss Cordell, he took out his permit for that gun last month.
I see. I'm sorry, but I can't help you about the gun either, Inspector.
Well, one more thing.
Oh, please. I'm sorry. What is it?
How long had you two been engaged?
Almost a year. A year next Tuesday.
No wedding date, though.
We were keeping it a secret, but it was set for next Tuesday. I'd already arranged to have next week off. Now, will you please
Sure.
go?
Hope you feel better, Miss Cordell. I can see how much my questions have upset you.
He suspected me. It was as plain as if he'd come right out and said it. And if I didn't do something to divert his suspicion, he'd keep at it until he found out the truth. Divert his suspicion. But how?
Sorry to have to bring you here right from the hospital, Miss Cordell.
That's all right, Inspector.
Show up room's just down the hall.
Will there be many?
Stage full. Right in here.
Thank you.
How about sitting here,
Wherever you think best.
They're bringing them in from the lockup now. Only be a minute.
Inspector.
Yes?
It's true, isn't it, that sometimes a witness who can't describe someone can identify him instantly on sight.
Oh, yes. Still haven't been able to trace that .32-20 revolver that belonged to Bob Morgan, no?
Really?
And there are those scratches.
What scratches?
Oh, didn't I tell you? There were some scratches on the right hand and wrist of the victim. Fresh scratches.
Oh, I think I can explain that. You see, I have a kitten, and when Bob stopped by to get me, she scratched him.
Those scratches, Miss Cordell, were inflicted within a minute or two of his death.
Well, then it probably happened during the struggle.
Right. What puzzles me, though, is that why a man should have such long fingernails. Here they come.
The moment he mentioned the scratches, I knew I was going to do it. I suppose I'd really known it all along. And maybe it wasn't so unforgivable after all. The thing to do was pick a man who was obviously a criminal, obviously an enemy of society. Why, I might even be doing society a favor.
All right, now pipe down.
Inspector.
Yes?
Number 8. Could he say something?
Number 8?
Me.
Yeah, you. Step forward to the white line. Now read that blackboard the sergeant's holding.
This is a stick-up. Don't try any tricks. You, mister, get out.
Yes, that's him. That's him. That's the man who murdered Bob!
Bromo Seltzer, famous for fast, effective headache help, is bringing you Hollywood Star Playhouse. Tonight, starring Miss Joan Crawford in Statement in Full.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? How do you do? This is your old friend Norman Brokenshire. Every day, all over the country, so many business men and women who find themselves with a headache at the end of a busy day turn to Bromo Seltzer for fast, effective three-way relief. Yes, sir, they've discovered, just as you will when you try it, that Bromo Seltzer helps your headache fast and effectively these 3 ways. If you've ever noticed when you get a headache, you usually have an upset stomach due to excess stomach acidity. Your nerves become jumpy and jangled, too. Well, the next time this happens to you, I want you to try pleasant-tasting Bromo Seltzer. I'd like you to see for yourself just how fast Bromo Seltzer helps the pain of that headache, how it soothes your upset stomach by neutralizing the excess stomach acidity, and how it calms those jittery nerves. You'll be glad you got to know wonderful Bromo Seltzer. As for speed, you just compare the speed of Bromo Seltzer's effervescence with that of any product in tablet form you've ever tried. You'll be amazed. For best results, use cold water. Follow the label, avoid excessive use. Be ready when a headache strikes. Keep Bromo Seltzer handy at home and where you work. Yes, for really fast, effective headache help, take Bromo Seltzer, Bromo Seltzer, Bromo Seltzer, Bromo Seltzer, Bromo Seltzer.
And now, Act 2 of Statement in Full, starring Miss Joan Crawford.
I slept remarkably well the night after I'd accused this man I'd never seen before, of the murder which I had committed. I had expected a certain feeling of guilt, and yet I walked away from that show-up room conscious of nothing but relief. It wasn't until the day of the preliminary hearing that the reaction set in. Mostly it was the way he looked at me, the man I was charging with my crime, the way he looked when I raised my right hand and swore that I was telling the truth. The way he looked when I told my story. Those eyes seemed to mock every word I said. I was almost glad when the moment came for him to take the stand.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Well, young man?
I solemnly swear.
Silence. Walter Haney, you have heard the testimony given here against you. What have you to say on your own behalf?
What difference does it make if you believe her?
Is that all you have to say at this time?
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Then I have no alternative but to order you held on a charge of murder in the first degree.
No!
This court stands adjourned.
The woman who cried out was sitting alone far back in the courtroom. I realized now that I'd been aware of her all the time. Had been watching her even. Why? There was nothing different about her except, well, a sort of tension. Otherwise, she might have been just another of those plain, nondescript graying women who seemed drawn to courtrooms by nothing more than morbid curiosity. But that cry of hers, I couldn't get it out of my mind. By 10 o'clock that night, I was feeling so jittery that I practically jumped when the doorbell rang. Even before I opened the door, I knew who it was going to be.
May I come in?
Who are you?
Don't you really know?
Only that you're the woman who... Well, in court this afternoon, you... Yes, come in. Would you like to have me take your hat and coat?
Don't bother.
Will you sit down?
Thank you.
Who are you, anyway?
What if I were to tell you that I'm his mother?
Whose mother?
Please, Miss Cordell.
Why did you come here?
Put yourself in my place. Would you sit in your room and try not to think? Or would you seek out the person who...
Who what?
This afternoon in court, you were so positive. Yes, you said. Yes, that's the man, so help you God.
Why shouldn't I be positive?
When the police first asked you for a description, you weren't positive. You could only give the haziest description.
Well, that often happens. Ask the police. The moment I saw him, I knew instantly...
Yes, instantly. One man out of many men. And you knew instantly. How?
Because of that... Well, that look of his. Those eyes of his. In addition to everything else.
You're the only witness there is against him, Miss Cordell.
I'm sure the jury will consider that.
No. Not if you're so positive. A young woman of good family, good friends, good reputation. And he can't establish an alibi.
Is that my fault? How can you be so positive that he isn't guilty? You have no right to come here and...
I'll go now. It'd be a terrible thing, Miss Cordell, to realize afterwards that you might have made a mistake. Even might have made a mistake. Wouldn't it?
I dreamt that night that I was at Lookout Point again, and everything repeated itself, just as it had happened that night, except for one thing. Just as I pulled the trigger, I caught sight of somebody watching. It was the woman, and she looked at me sadly and said, "And for this they'll execute my son." I went to the office the next morning, thinking it would be best to keep busy. But no matter what my hands might be doing or my lips might be saying, she was still in my thoughts. At last noon came, and I started out for lunch. But that isn't where I ended up.
Miss Cordell, come in.
I merely wanted to ask you, Inspector.
Yes?
I've been thinking of going away, out of town. Would that be all right?
Just so you let us know where you are and come back for the trial.
Oh, thank you.
Rather sudden decision. Isn't
Well,
it?
I haven't been feeling well, so I thought if I could get away for a while.
Here I'd been thinking that you were holding up so remarkably under the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Well, after all, when a woman loses the man she loves, especially the way you did, then, too, I know it isn't easy to have to sign a death warrant.
Did you have to say that?
All I'm trying to do, Miss Cordell, is explain to you that I understand what you're going through.
Inspector, this man.
Walter Haney?
I know that under the law, his previous record of crime can't be introduced into this case. But he does have a record, doesn't he?
Make you feel any better if he did?
What do you mean? Feel any better?
You've got it bad, haven't you? Usually this doesn't happen until afterwards, when the prisoner keeps denying right up to the end that he did it. And, well, there's still time.
Time for what?
Well, find the gun, let's say. I know how that'd make you feel, even though you're as positive in your accusation as if your own life depended on it.
I couldn't get away from there fast enough. I couldn't get out of town fast enough. I had to put everything behind me, far, far behind me, until I could get hold of myself again, until I could see things again as I'd seen them once before. 50 miles, and I was able to relax my grip on the steering wheel. 100 miles, and I was wondering whatever had come over me to make me act like that. Nothing had really happened. Nothing had really changed. I was still safe, and I would always be safe, unless I gave myself away. Why, this man, this Walter Haney, he didn't even have an alibi. He'd be convicted, and that would be the end of it. Except for that woman, of course. Well, I felt sorry for her. But I felt sorrier for myself. She shouldn't have had such a son. Oh, I was so sure of myself again. But not for long. For everywhere I went in the days that followed, I kept seeing that woman's face. At first, I thought it was an illusion. But no, I saw her. She even touched me while I was shopping in a department store. I saw her through the window of a restaurant while I was eating, and at a crowded intersection while I was waiting for the signal to change. And though I fled from one city to another, from one state to another, it happened again and again and again. Until at last I came to realize that it was no use trying to run away, that it would never be any use, that unless I told the truth, gave myself up, I would always be haunted, tormented by the face of that woman! I have made the statement of my own free will. No promise of leniency has been made to me, except the leniency of my own conscience. Do I sign now?
Yes, now that you've had a chance to read it over.
June Cordell. Now what, Inspector?
Matron will take charge. Oh, here she is.
Oh no! Yes, Miss Cordell. I'm the matron.
You're the matron? But you said...
I said, what if I were to tell you that I'm his mother?
So that's...
I was sure all along that you were guilty.
So that's...
But I had no way of proving it. Well, Bertha here has a flair for the dramatic. The part about having you see her in crowds wherever you went was her own touch.
Anyway, that man I accused won't have to die now.
As a matter of fact, he will. You see, he's been up for extradition all the time. State of Illinois wants him for murder.
So he'll die anyway? And I'll have... Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Thank you, Joan. That was a tremendous performance.
Herb, I love doing it. And may I say thanks to all the rest of the cast. Donald Woods, Harry Bartell, John McIntyre, Paul McVeigh, and Jeanette Nolan.
Thanks again, Joan. In just a moment, I'm going to introduce Dick Hames, the star of next week's play. Now, here is Norman Brokenshire.
Thank you, Herb. An exciting story. Say there, neighbor, if this has been an exceptionally trying day for you and you've ended up with an annoying headache, get fast, effective three-way relief with Bromo Seltzer. It's amazing how fast Bromo Seltzer works in helping your headache all three ways. These three ways. When you have a headache, your stomach is usually upset due to excess stomach acidity. Naturally, your nerves become jittery and jumpy. Well, Bromo Seltzer goes right to work relieving the pain of that headache. Bromo Seltzer neutralizes that excess stomach acidity, soothing the upset stomach, and it calms those jittery, jangled nerves. Wonderful? Ah, you bet it is. To really appreciate what a great headache product Bromo Seltzer is, try it on this guarantee. You must be satisfied or your money back. You'll like it all right. And you'll like the pleasant, refreshing taste of Bromo Seltzer. As for speed, just compare the speed of Bromo Seltzer's effervescence with that of any product in tablet form you've ever tried. You'll be amazed. Keep Bromo Seltzer handy at all times. Be prepared to...
Bromo Seltzer, Bromo Seltzer, Bromo Seltzer, Bromo Seltzer.
Joan Crawford can soon be seen in the Warner Brothers production, Goodbye, My Fancy. Tonight's play was written especially for Miss Crawford by Maurice Zimm, with music composed and conducted by Jeff Alexander. The entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. And now here is the star of next week's thrilling story on Hollywood Star Playhouse, Mr. Dick Hames.
If you know baseball, you remember my name. Dyson. Rabbitfoot Dyson. And as long as I had Baby, my Rabbitfoot, nothing could go wrong. But I'm in a jam now. I'm a killer and they're closing in on me. And Baby, I can't find Baby.
Then it's Rabbitfoot next week, and it sounds like a honey. Thanks, Dick. On tonight's program, all characters and incidents were fictitious. Any similarity to actual characters or incidents is purely coincidental. This program was
Felt like we'd pretty much wrapped up that edition of Hollywood Star Playhouse, starring Joan Crawford, in a play entitled Statement in Full, which wraps up this edition of Live from the Icebox. Our email address is iceboxradio51@gmail.com. We're also on the socials. Let's see, what do you got? Radio Icebox, Icebox Radio, I should say, on Facebook and Twitter, and Radio Icebox on the Instagram. If you're in the International Falls area on Tuesday evening, please do come down to the public library. We're going to be having another open house. We're looking for talent. That's right. We're looking for help making our shows, and we're going to start a club, too, to listen to radio shows. Should be a lot of fun. Until next time, this is Jeff, saying thanks for the download and reminding you to keep listening. Have a good evening, everyone.